I'm gonna sing a song, and I put because I don't really want the music to distract me on making the video. So yeah, I am going, well, I do not know what okay. I'm gonna be ready. Okay, well, you might hear some sounds. That's just my sister's watching TV downstairs and some of my blades, but I can't. Sorry, but I'm gonna make a song. I need more subscribers. There's only 5 subscribers. And other people have so much subscribers.
Welcome in, everybody. Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns.
There we go.
Sorry, Brown.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. You know this securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
You know what I like?
Nice pass that time by the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So 2nd and long, you've got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Murray now. It's complete to the tight end, Clay. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a jump there defensively.
Move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Sorry, guys. My sister.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Man, this play gets blown up.
Well,
they'll lose yardage.
I'm going to
back at the
start
17.
over that.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Defense.
Now just someone else named Kendall.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
Something bad. Every time I just do something good, but she always tells on me for no reason. And she's messing with my brain.
To throw is Murray. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals.
Nobody was coming to get them.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
But I do get more touchdowns. They will do really bad.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he?
But
it was kind of like,
I'm gonna reset that again.
It's open.
Never
Time to hot-foot it
this
and go.
before.
And boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's Cleveland's offense under the guidance of quarterback Baker Mayfield. Week 6, lost to Seattle 32-28. Back and forth game. Baker Mayfield 22 of 37. So not the best completion percentage. Did have a passing touchdown and also his first rushing touchdown of his career.
But when you think about what's happening with him and Cleveland,
so
many great plays. The problem is turning the ball over. All those interceptions he's thrown. He threw 3 more against Seattle. And it reminds me of what an offensive coordinator told me recently about what he tells his quarterback.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the... Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona ready to get the football back. I want to revisit that Week 6 win over Atlanta because we mentioned it was 34-33. What we did not mention is they got a little assist from Matt Bryant to miss the extra point, and that got the Cardinals to 2-3-1.
You don't see Matt Bryant miss extra points. He is so dependable. Remember, they brought him back this year as a kicker after trying some other people. But how about this for the Cardinals? First win at home since October 28th of last year. First time with consecutive wins since December of 2017. I do believe they are moving in the right direction. Are they contenders this year? The answer to me is still no. But with what they put together with this roster, the controversial choice at head coach, I like where they're headed right now.
Yeah, because the 2 straight wins have been over Cincinnati and Atlanta, but now they're 2-3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 13 yards out, and the Cardinals push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Corey Peters able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Mayfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. so they may back up further. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
I'm never going to say.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Actually,
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown,
I don't
Cardinals.
care, but it's just a
Hakeem
game.
Butler there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray, and he finds Fitzgerald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Larry Fitzgerald, the catch. Back on September 29th, moved into 2nd place all-time in receptions in NFL history with catch number 1326. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
It doesn't matter.
David Johnson there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
I'm sorry, whatever I did bad.
The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that point.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. They come up. Section just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
It's just a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Just a game.
Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not even doing this.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so the surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Doesn't matter.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
I do like when
the Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here. Starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know? Yeah. The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge win in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
We got this.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Interesting stat line right now. And technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, Mayfield. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Sorry, guys, I needed to do something real quick.
Number 53, Mike 53.
First down, Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even.
He's got his Butler there to make the grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, Mayfield steps away to his left.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Never, ever.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Just gonna do something.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, that doesn't show.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal.
I'm singing.
Here's Murray. And he's got it. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But
a 1st down throw from Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Corey Peters getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
This is 2 yards.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well,
a lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL. But I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it. Hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
X3, 218, chop,
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. Terrell Suggs able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.
Oh, sorry, Brownie. I'm going to turn this up. I'm singing up.
Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Can grab the time I'm through. Say pack it, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel gonna love you. Hotel got a waiting room.
In a minute.
Wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone got a coffee store, got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20
made my
on
son
EA
cry.
Sports.
Who was it?
Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we've got an AFC North tilt here, and this is a division coming into 2019 where maybe you're saying, is there a changing at the guard at the top?
And if so, could it be a team that possibly we haven't talked about in a long time? Could it be the Cleveland Browns? Because they are the trendy pick right now with the young quarterback Baker Mayfield, the acquisition of Odell Beckham Jr., and so many other great moves that they've made along the way. Can they now move to the top of the leaderboard ahead of Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati? They believe they can.
Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Here they come, and they are off a 23-17 victory in Week 6 over Cincinnati. Lamar Jackson, boy, career-high 152 rushing yards in that game, 21 shy of Michael Vick's single-game record of 173.
And in this era of mobile quarterbacks, maybe he's become the standard bearer. Because we're talking about a guy now in this game, the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era to pass for at least 200 yards and rush for over 150 in a single game. And you know that's part of their offense. You have to plan for it.
His throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And his fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Ravens here going to get the football back on offense, but let's look big picture what's going on right now. They lead the AFC North by 2 games, and I know we're only 6 weeks in, but that's a nice little cushion.
It's an excellent cushion because you had to consider going into the season, and you had to figure Pittsburgh would be right there neck and neck with them. Baltimore, you knew, would be a contender. And, of course, Cleveland was everyone's darling in the preseason. So to be 2 games clear at this point of the season, that's big for them. The best part, they can actually extend the lead. They go to Seattle, and they can play with just about anyone. Have an open week, home to the Patriots on a Sunday night game, and then a rematch with the Bengals. You have to figure at the least they win 1 of those 3, maybe even 2.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Stop this video. Because I will stop
from
this
the gun,
video.
it's Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Browns offense coming back onto the field here. We mentioned earlier their loss to Seattle in Week 6. Back-to-back losses now. And you think about it, Charles, at this point last season, the Browns actually had a better record than they do right now at 2-4.
Hard to believe. And remember what we said in preseason, that these Browns and their fans, it's not the lovable Browns and, oh, we have low expectations. If we got to this point and they weren't playing well, might be a little bit ugly in Cleveland right now because things have really jumped in where they expect this team to be. They haven't won a game at home yet this season. And how about the upcoming schedule? They get the open week, and they need it. Then things really start to jump up. At New England. At Denver is playing much better on defense. And then they host Buffalo, one of the surprises of the season in the early going. But that certainly looked like something that they did.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be in any discussion.
On second down, Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Jackson on 1st down. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 6-0 our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible. The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield is going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Oh, I know why.
2nd and 11 now. Jackson gonna throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 26 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front.
I thought I would get him, but I didn't.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield is caught by OBJ. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Speaking of Odell Beckham, he went over 100 yards in that loss to Seattle in Week 6. 101 yards to be exact, 6 catches. Second 100-yard game for him as a Cleveland Brown, but people are waiting for him to find the end zone more. Just 1 touchdown catch through 6 weeks. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
It goes too fast.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's Jackson to throw. Letting one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, 45 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Pernell McPhee always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is...
And now look at him go. And
oh my goodness, these people keep getting points.
Marquise Brown. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour
I wish there was a practice.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty
I'm
decent
gonna
cushion.
end this video. Sorry, guys. I'm doing really bad. Bye.